for Senator Clinton today. She does remain upbeat, though, because she's been looking forward towards March, towards primaries where she has better chances, despite having to make calls last night to reassure supporters about her recent losses. She says she is looking forward to the future races.
I am absolutely looking to Ohio and Texas because we know that those are states where they represent the broad electorate in this country. They represent the kind of voters that are going to have to be convinced and won over in the general election.
Martin O'Malley is the governor of Maryland and a Clinton supporter and is with me now. Governor, thanks very much for joining us. The latest Mason-Dixon polls showed that Hillary Clinton was substantially behind in your state by at least 18 points. Can she overcome that today, or is there anything that can be done, or do you think the polls are just wrong?
Well, who the heck knows? I mean, in this year...
They've certainly been wrong. We've all been wrong.
Right? We've all learned not to take the polls. I think that Senator Clinton's going to be very, very competitive in Maryland. We have a great campaign, albeit in that compressed calendar that we have. But we have opportunities in a number of congressional districts in our state, and we're doing all that we can for Senator Clinton. She and her husband were both campaigning in Maryland, so it's exciting in this Chesapeake primary that we actually are going to be able to have some sort of say in terms of the outcome.
Well, she was trying to reassure the so-called Hill raisers, the 100,000-plus club, in her calls yesterday, and telling them, you know, hang on, wait till March. But what if Barack Obama, let's say he should win these 3, and he's just come off of winning 4, if he wins all of these February matches, is there a momentum shift? Is it hard to maintain not only contributors but superdelegates? Well,
this has been such an exciting campaign. I mean, the momentum is constantly shifting. We had Iowa happen, and then Senator Clinton came back in New Hampshire. We were approaching Super Tuesday. People thought, well, this is going to be it, but she did very, very well on Super Tuesday, especially in those larger states. And now we have Ohio and Texas coming up and just over the horizon. So I think this is a campaign that's going to go all the way. I think Senator Clinton has shown that she has the resilience and the persistence and the toughness to stick out a long campaign.
Have you been surprised at Obama's success? I don't know if you had the chance to watch him from Cole Fieldhouse in Maryland yesterday, but he's attracting huge crowds, which, as we know from New Hampshire, doesn't always translate into votes. But he seems to be leading some kind of a movement rather than being a normal, you know, ordinary political campaigner.
Well, this is an exciting primary. I think the fact that we have these 2 unprecedented candidacies is the reason you see such high turnouts. And certainly Senator Obama has his strengths, but I think Senator Clinton also has hers. And I cannot imagine a more exciting primary season than this one, and which bodes well for the fall. So, you know, certainly hats off to Senator Obama. Congratulations on his recent wins. But we're going to do all that we can to be competitive today and look forward to the next primaries with larger states that where more people vote.
Do you have some concerns that some of the superdelegates may shift, that she may start losing some of the people that she'd been counting on?
Well, you know, I think that in the ebb and flow and the momentum here, I think most smart people who know Senator Clinton know that she has the ability to come back. We've seen that already happen in this primary season, and I think that people are going to be watching the next primaries very intensely, as they are the ones that happen in the Chesapeake region today. But I think Ohio, I think Texas, and of course after that comes Pennsylvania, another big state.
But at the local level, if there's a big margin for Obama today in your state, does that put pressure on you? Do you start hearing from people saying, Governor, you've got to change sides, you know, for your own political future?
You know, I don't know about that. You know, the people participate in this presidential selection process, whether it's through caucuses or whether it's through primaries or the various elected officials who have a role to play as superdelegates. And I think that at the end of the day, the one thing that all of us want is to recapture the White House. And so, you know, there are people in other states who have been superdelegates, and depending on which way their states went, may feel, you know, that same sort of pressure. I don't know that it's pressure as much as it is an honor and a privilege to be able to be taking part in this exciting primary.
And it's so exciting that if this thing keeps going and going and there is no logical winner, Who are the party leaders? Howard Dean, frankly, does not command the respect of either Obama or Clinton as a party chairman. Who's going to knock heads and pull them together? Is it Nancy Pelosi? Is it Rahm Emanuel? You know,
well, that's
the decider.
Well, that's the interesting and exciting thing about the Democratic Party. I mean, it's a very big tent with a lot of diverse interests represented. All of the people in Maryland who have made their decisions, the elected officials, about which candidate to support have done so for honorable and laudable reasons. And the great thing is, none of us is voting against anyone. We're both proud of our candidates, and I think at the end of the day, that will carry us through.
Governor Martin O'Malley from Maryland, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell.
Good luck with the voting today.